Michigan Ladies Classic featuring the player and bowler of the years for 1991. Leanne Barrette and Tish Johnson. Leanne decides to start the championship match.
Well, Denny, you have to look at the strategy here. Leanne Barrette is starting, meaning she's putting the pressure to finish the match, but apparently she really favors lane 74 over lane 73 because she wants to put her 10th frame on lane 74.
Excellent opening shot. Solid 10 pin on lane 73. 73 for the right-handers has been the tricky lane because I think it hooks just a little more.
Hooks just a little bit earlier, and that makes it even more trickier.
Well, I wonder if she practiced the 10 pin. I'm sure she probably did.
Switching to something very shiny, staying flat behind it, but not enough.
You hate to start with the corner pins, especially the 10 pin. Leanne Barrette flagging it to the left and swinging the door. Whew, not only open, but almost off the hinges for Tish Johnson.
Tish Johnson's lane breakdown. Strikes on lane 73-8, lane 74-10. So looks like she likes 74 just a little bit better too, but she's been able to hit the pocket relatively consistent on both.
How'd you like to average 9 strikes a game?
How'd you like to average 260?
Love to,
tonight.
especially in the championship round. That's when it really counts.
Tish Johnson looking to win her second title of 92.
Actually, it'd be her third.
Oh, third. I'm sorry. You're right. Yes, she won the Las Vegas Western Open in February as well as the U.S. Open in March.
And, of course, she'd love to win this head-to-head confrontation with Leanne Barrette.
Well, in 91, where you have the reigning player of the year and reigning bowler of the year, you're putting the best, best left-hander against the best right-hander?
That's what it comes down to,
sure. Is that
sure.
what it comes down to?
I would say that would be an accurate statement.
In that particular year. I don't want to get myself in too much trouble.
Well, for the last 2 years, they've really battled. Leanne now has to come from behind, and for Leanne Barrette, she started second, got a look at first, and then just decided to stay there the rest of the week.
And Tish Johnson, 49th after the first round, did something different, 27th, and just moved right on up.
I'll tell you what she did. You know what? She used 18 different bowling balls this week, and finally had 3 or 4 more drilled up, and that was the difference between rounds 2 and 3. And she said once I got the right piece of equipment in my hands, it was pretty much easy the rest of the week.
Wasn't she the player that was coming out in the winter tour with 4 bowling balls every week?
Yep.
And that was it?
Well, 4 went to 14 and then some, and another open frame possibility for Leanne Barrette as she leaves a split on lane 73.
5 titles from the top seed. This one slipping away very early as she leaves the 4-10. Wants to hit on the left side of the 4 pin. Lane 73 definitely hooking more than 74. Trying to go for it. She's going to have to get in a little bit deeper here because she did not send that ball far enough right. Watch it take a left turn. Told you to look for the blinker when Leanne Barrette came up, and that's just what you needed to see.
Tish Johnson back to work with the first 2. And it's a 3-bagger. This is reminiscent of game number 1 for Tish Johnson when she opened with the first 9.
Well, Leanne Barrette lost to Dana Miller-Mackey in the center in the 1990 U.S. Open. At that time, she was the only right-hander in a field of 4 left-handers. I remember she was seated 3rd, and she shot her lowest game, 146. Dana Miller only shot 172 at that time, though. Sent that extremely far to the left.
Either that or she lost it a little bit. You can see her blowing on her bowling hand. It's very warm down there.
Did not get the fingers here. The ball went very far to the left, was unable to get it back. Watch it come up very light, head pin in front of the bucket.
A cluster of 4. Cross lane. And Leanne Barrette gets a golden opportunity to maybe pick up some ground on Tish Johnson.
The ball hanging right there in the center of the lane. It appears there's quite a bit of conditioner in the center of the lane.
This is the good lane for Leanne Barrette. Double here would go a long way. She's down by 27, but she could really cut into that lead.
We're seeing the same thing that happened to Carolyn Dorn right now happening to Leanne Barrette.
Good roll. And an excellent shot. Now, exactly right. You can almost parallel those two players. She's got to figure out how to strike on 73.
And then keep lane 74. She definitely has this lane figured out. The ball goes just a little bit longer, then makes a nice break right into the pocket.
Toughest thing to do right now is to pick out a shot, make your adjustment, pick out a shot, and just make the shot aggressively, and don't worry about if it hooks too much or not enough.
Well, there could be a dark area of the lane on lane 73, Denny, that the players are hitting that automatically sends your ball left.
Needs a strike.
Oh.
And she kicks out the 9 at the very last moment. Oh, what a break for Leanne Barrette.
She made the adjustment that time, but the ball's still coming up a little bit high. Head pin up against the 4 pin says, okay, I'll take you out 9 pin, and it was just at the last moment.
Back in the pocket again.
Tish Johnson not going to give up that easily as she now leads by 17.
I mean, I'm convinced she could hit the pocket on either lane with her eyes closed. She's got the whole lane.
Make sure she does keep her hand dry, because that's where she's made her mistakes.
Well, she liked it, but then she looked right down at the foul line. I don't know if she's stuck or not, but she leaves the 7 pin. Tom Shimmick, the executive director of the LPBT, back out for a live appearance here at the Satellite Bowl.
All the way from Alexandria, Louisiana.
That is a long way.
It's hard to get to that place.
Yes, it is. But it's a nice place once you get there.
Yes, you have to take those little planes.
Commuters. I flew one today. And next week, we'll wrap up this 1992 spring tour on Thursday evening, live from Hoffman Estates, Illinois, Hoffman Lanes, the Brunswick Open. We'll wrap things up $50,000 strong, and Leanne Barrette